Welcome back to the office. We are here for the last real dev diary of the 2.2 update cycle. There are a couple more streams left, but they are not so much focused on revealing new stuff, more than they are focused on showing you guys just more of what you've already seen. But today we are talking about why Frozen Tracks, which is I think is what I named the stream. And there's no better person to have with me for that than Lasse, because Lasse is involved in pretty much every single major decision that happens in an update. So why Frozen Tracks?
Well, short answer, we needed snow in Trailmakers.
Yeah,
I agree. There was just the missing element. We had a small snow island on the danger zone map, but it's just not good enough, and it was a long dream for us to make snow in Trailmakers, and finally we had the time to do it.
Yeah.
So because of the snow.
Because of the snow, I've brought in a lot of things actually we're going to look at. That's mostly like concept art and idea stuff.
Yeah.
Where we can see images that were used as inspiration and stuff for Trailmakers. There's something about a snowy landscape that it's so bleak and it's so monotone, but it's so breathtaking. Snow landscapes. It's incredible. Yeah. There's something with so little color and so little personality can be so breathtaking, right?
Yeah. And it's actually a very good example of this is that when we launched the High Seas map, we actually had an area with a bit of snow, some snowflakes and some underwater ice caves. And when we launched it, the entire thing had no texture. We just didn't notice because it was lost
because it was
on the
just
way. Because it was white. So for the first few months, it had nothing on it, and nobody noticed because it was supposed to be white. And it was like only when we took a closer look, we could see that the texture was missing. So it's true what you're saying. It is kind of
it's kind of beautiful.
Beautiful in its own lack of detail. Yeah.
But I think there was also an urge to do something a little more colorful as well, because I think we would have driven the art department crazy if every single thing that they had to make was just flat white.
Yeah.
So that's where these Arctic flowers came in. They've already seen that in the streams. That was a really beautiful addition to it.
Yes, and it looks really good at the contrast, and it just makes the whole thing so much more interesting to look at. And also makes it possible to find your way around, because you can remember when you go into the valley, you have the flowers that connect the different areas. So that works really well, and it looks just really cool with the red and orange colors.
It does. I forgot to mention at the start of the stream, just ask away, because this is also meant as like a Q&A stream where you can ask away about the update. Anything except release date and price, because we're not saying that yet. But anything regarding to like development of the update or inspiration or anything, just ask away. I'll make sure to keep an eye on the chat.
Yeah.
And then you can maybe talk a little bit about underwater. You just mentioned it in High Seas, and now we're going a little back to underwater.
Yes, we always loved the underwater, and I think it's a fascinating place to be also in Trailmakers. It's also difficult because like traversing underwater means building a submarine, and personally, I think building submarines is even harder than building planes. So that's pretty tough. But that's also why we introduced underwater driving. So you can actually complete at least part of the underwater experience by just driving around in the underwater vehicles. And we introduced the underwater amphibious engine that can go both under and over water. And it's just it is also to contrast what you just said with driving around in the snow. Sometimes you need something else. Yeah. And that's why we decided on doing some more underwater experience here.
I love this reference image. It has Sasha written all over it.
It does. It does. and also I think the combat underwater is like something we there was not enough time to put that into Pioneer, so now is the chance to add some underwater combat.
I see SnakeGen YouTube has asked, what was the sketch for the Overlord? I assume he means inspiration.
Oh, and we had a long talk about the Overlord and what shape it should be. It started out being a ball with an eye, and then it was a square, and now it's a triangle.
We really tried all kinds of shapes.
Yeah, all three of them.
all three shapes.
So it's been going back and forth a bit, but there was some some desires from game design to make it have different sides, so you can attack it from different sides. So that's why like a pyramid shape was very fitting.
Marty Sama, who's one of our testers, is asking, is that an in-game screenshot? No, it's not. And I'm surprised you didn't know that, because you've already played the update. No. Most of what you see here are concepts.
Yes.
This is also not, sadly, an in-game screenshot. I wish it were, but it is not.
Oh, that one?
Yeah, this one with the lady.
No. Yeah.
No, but about what you said, underwater combat, because we have some new stuff here as well. I'm just going to go right to the botnecks here, because there was some new botnecks this time around, because we had to have underwater combat. So we had to... I don't think all of these designs made it in. I know these guys are there.
Yeah.
The jellyfish botnecks.
Yes, they're the ones that are in there, in different sizes and difficulty level. The botfish, we struggle a bit with that. It turned out not to be as fun in the version we managed to do, but it was a really cool idea.
Yeah, the design of it is amazing.
It is.
It's like an anglerfish, right?
Yeah.
And then there's some more
Opens
session.
its mouth.
Ow.
Pew pew.
Pew pew.
2.0, yeah.
And there are some more sketches here. I think most of these are concepts that didn't necessarily make it in.
Yeah,
but
you can see this is actually the Overlord first concept. This one, yeah.
So that's like a third of a mega drill.
Yeah, just sliced in pieces.
Just removed some pieces and called it a day.
Yeah.
No, so thankfully, the Overlord's final design became a little bit more ominous than a cylinder.
Yeah.
That's good. And we have friends as well. Oops. Clicked one too many
Waddles.
times there.
Or pinguinis.
Pinguinis. This is not even though it says so with the red line, it's actually not a typo, because they were originally called pinguinis, right?
Yeah. They went through, I think you have more images. They went through a lot of different designs as well. And the inspiration was the, what do they call the Star Wars teddy bears? Ewoks. So the resistance that is cute and cuddly, but still packs a punch. They kind of that was what we were looking at when we designed these. So they needed to be fun and cuddly, but also have a feisty side.
We tried to find a little bit the middle ground between turbos and rockets, right?
Yeah.
We did turbos so that were just way too cute and dumb in a way, and then rockets that were very capable but not very cute and relatable.
No.
And now we had to find like a middle ground of, okay, it needs to be a creature that can stand on its own business.
Yeah.
But still is like a guy you want to hang out with.
Yeah, and could take your help.
And could take your help, yeah.
They also need to be able to accept your assistance.
Yes.
I think there are some really cool characters in the storyline here.
I agree.
It's really, really a fun story to play through.
I agree. Terrasol is asking, did the new engine update make snow more possible than before? There was a screenshot of a snow concept in Trailmakers a long time ago.
Ooh.
Yeah. He kind of revealed the ending to the stream here, but we're going to wait on but we can maybe answer the first part of the question. I don't know. I don't know. You know.
Engine updates. Oh, no, actually not. But there will be. By engine you mean the underlying engine, and no, it's not that much related to that. We actually started the development on the old version a long time ago, and it also worked there. But there will be more updates in that regard in the new year.
Why was the name changed to Waddles? Asked Newt.
I think
pinguinis were too cute.
Yeah, and also it's like there was something about it that just turned out to be it was too much of a
It sounds like a pasta. It sounds like a pasta sound. Pinguini.
Exactly.
Yeah.
You want some more pinguini? Yes, please.
Okay, and then we have some more concepts here that they went through a few. This is
cool.
Also a little scary looking.
Very scary. Yeah.
No eyes either. That doesn't help the scary part. Here we have maybe the example of way too cute.
Yeah.
Like Disney, Pixar cute, right? And these ones are probably most similar to the ones we have now.
Yeah.
That are just regular penguins.
Yeah. Yes, exactly.
This one's too realistic. That would also be weird.
Yeah.
What does it say?
Genuine penguins?
Genuine penguins? Maybe I can't read. Maybe there's something I don't understand. But we just talked about the snow, and now that it's possible. We're going to touch quickly on that as well, because soft terrain is also a big part of this.
Exactly, and it's been a dream for years to have soft surfaces that we can actually make trails in. The whole idea of trail makers is to make as many trails as you can, right?
Yes.
So this is a huge update, and it's going to transform the game. It's also going to make a lot more things possible in the future. Stuff like mud and sand and all those things now have resistance, and you can actually design things that need to go through those things, and they will be implemented on the other maps, and we'll make new maps in the future that take advantage of this.
Yeah.
So that's a huge thing, and it's been a dream for a long time. And our biggest issue was actually how we would synchronize the surfaces with servers. And that was solved for this update, and so it's a big step forward for trail makers.
Yeah, because it goes so much deeper, right, than just making snow that you can drive around with. With it already in itself is awesome, but as you said, it can also be applied to other things in the future, mud and sand and stuff.
And whatever things we can come up with, and other elements you can drive through, and we can set up new ways of traversing.
Yeah. And then I just thought this was fun to include. I think this was the first time I saw the tank tracks. They looked like this.
Yes, exactly.
Which was also, just like the snow terrain, this was also a big challenge to overcome.
Yeah. Also, the whole, Trail Makers is a block-based game, so we had to stick to the block idea, even though a thing like tank tracks is just so obviously something you want to build out of things, but.
Yes. It's many things in one thing.
It is, but it's also a place where if you want to actually make something and not kill your PC, we had to say it has to be a block, that the entire track is a block.
Yeah.
And it also goes way better in line with the whole philosophy of the game as a block builder.
Yeah. Thank God they don't look like this anymore, though.
What? What do you mean?
They were very bare bones.
Yeah.
Will Pioneers get tracks? I don't know if you mean the soft terrain.
In the soft terrain will be there, but tracks as part of the progress, not on launch. But we are actually, speaking of which, we are going back to Pioneers and are gonna spend some time revisiting some of the missions in Pioneers in the coming year. Make sure that it stays fresh.
Yeah.
And it's worth playing, and we've gotten so much feedback on Pioneers after launching it that we need to take that into account and try and make it even better.
Yeah. Reaper sadly brings up a really good point. Will the entire map be decorated for Christmas? I feel like now that
the entire map,
entire Hof. I feel like now that it's out there, it's.
No, the Hof will not be decorated for Christmas, but we will give the little snow island in Danger Zone a brush over and make sure that it has the new snow.
Yes.
And soft terrain.
Yes. When is the update dropping? That is sadly not something we are allowed to say yet.
No.
Release date and price I can't get into, but soon enough you will know. Fear not. While you guys think up of some more great questions, we have one more fun thing that you found before we started. A really fun anecdote, actually. We have here a screenshot from an 7-8-year-old Scrapman video. It was posted on February 6, 2018. So it was one of his first ever Trailmakers videos. And you can see here in the video, there's a sign that says we are just getting started with the snow terrain. Was this foreshadowing?
It was true, right?
Yeah.
We were just getting started, and it took a lot longer to get to the snow than I had ever expected. But here we are. 8 years later. This is the original image.
Yeah, the texture. Yeah.
So we wanted to do snow, and it was part of the ambition from the beginning this was something that was obvious that needed to be in Trailmakers, but it was also a huge hurdle. Because adding it, we tried a few times with a bit of patches of snow here and there, as we also spoke about earlier, but it just didn't feel right to not do it properly. So finally we had the time to give it the full attention it needed.
It's fun to see the game, because when you look at the rest of the screenshot, it's very obviously old with both the UI and you can also see the blocks and stuff. It's fun to have that in the background.
Yeah.
Like, little did we know that many updates later, the snow would be there and the game would look a lot different than it did back then.
Yeah.
But still with the same key components that make up Trailmakers, right?
Yeah.
All right, that's what we brought for you guys today. It's been 4 years since a full naval update. When will the next one be?
Ooh.
Oh, that's difficult to answer. Is the Stranded campaign ever being updated with new blocks? One thing with these things is people never ask about the stuff you're talking about.
No, of course.
It's always unrelated to
Stranded is a bit harder than Pioneers. Pioneers is pretty simple. I think we can easily add the tracks there. But Stranded has kind of custom designs for a lot of things that makes it a little bit harder. But yeah, we could consider doing that.
Oh, Yidify even points out the image even has the big skis.
Yeah, those are exactly the big skis.
Those
wow.
are actually
Sasha
spot on.
did this image.
Yeah. She's psychic.
Yeah.
Do tracks you leave in the snow fade over time? If so, how long does it take?
Yeah, they do, based on not so much time but more distance. But they actually stick around for a lot longer than I had ever hoped or imagined we would be able to do. So they do, but only slowly. It is snowing, so it makes sense.
Yeah, it does. Has there been consideration for the tank track health pools? I assume that's how much HP the block has. I don't know how much.
There has been considerations.
There always are. I'm assuming there always are.
Yeah. I don't know what the question is hinting at. It seems like it's, but there has been.
Okay.
They're not indestructible, if that's the question.
Here's one I can answer. Are there any blocks we haven't seen yet? Not from this update, no.
Isn't that like a one at the end that you haven't shown? Have you shown the completion block?
No, that's right. There's one more block for beating the campaign.
Yeah.
I actually haven't shown. I haven't seen that. I
Oh.
don't even know what that looks like.
Huh.
But no, there are no more blocks that you haven't seen. Otherwise, it's sugar coated. How much HP does it have? I think.
Yeah. I don't know.
No,
but it's finely balanced.
yeah. Okay. Nice. What kind of underwater weapons are we getting? You just got underwater weapons.
Yeah. So yeah.
But now you have a place to. We gave you underwater weapons with PvP Part 2,
but
we didn't give you a place to use them.
Exactly.
Now you have a new cool underwater seat. You have an amphibious engine, and you have torpedoes now.
Yeah. Also, the racetrack sign. Yes, that's true. It was also another foreshadowing, but that came a lot faster than the snow. It's like a few years down the line.
Yeah, race was very fast, right?
Yeah.
It was a very obvious addition to the game. Okay. Will the terrain deformation be on PS4? It will be the same.
Yeah,
everywhere.
everybody gets the same. And also a question about the complexity limit. I know that people want different complexity limits, but it makes things really, really hard on our end because we don't know what kind of system people load blueprints onto. So it has to be the same for everybody. Otherwise, we need to start dividing the blueprints between different platforms, and we do not want to do that.
No.
As soon as we, in any possible future, can raise it, we would. Trust me, it's not something we're doing for fun.
I like this one. When will you tell the release date of the Tank Tracks update? They want a release date for the release date.
Oh!
I also can't tell you that.
What about a release date?
I promise as soon as I'm allowed to say it, I will, because that's the only question I'm getting all day is release date. So as soon as I can be over those questions and be done with it, I am going to do that. All right.
Underwater seat.
Underwater seat. Yeah, there's a new underwater seat.
There's a new one, but it's not so small. That's true.
No. That can also be used for a lot of other things. I've heard people say it's the best plane seat we've gotten so far.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Platform gallery across, yeah, that would be really nice. Currently, it's a bit hard to. There's a lot of positive things about using the Steam workshop, so we would lose that in order to do this. But maybe.
How will the Aurora Borealis work? Does it always stop you, or only in some scenarios?
It always stops you.
It EMPs you. Right?
You get EMP'd and explodes. That's it.
Yeah. Cool.
There are 1x1 blocks, just not 1x1 frame blocks.
Just not the frame block. All right. Well, do you have anything more to add? Otherwise, I think...
No, we have a lot of work to do to make sure that this comes out as soon as possible.
We have a lot of work to do. Yeah. But I'm really excited for everyone to get their own hands on it. It is a unique update in a way, with so much new stuff, both tank tracks and terrain definition, all these things. Yeah. It's definitely not just your regular, here are some logic blocks and some frame blocks and stuff.
No, it's a big one.
It's a game changer.
Yeah, it is.
Really.
Yeah, and it's going to affect all maps, except from test zone.
Except from test zone. Yeah. Can we see the Nightmare Penguin again? That's gonna be the image we end the stream on, is the Nightmare Penguin. Thank you for joining me, Lasse.
Thank you, Johannes.
For an interesting talk yet again. And
in the office.
In the office, and that's our new outro.
Yeah.
Thank you for coming into the office. We need to find it. We're gonna work on the outro.
Goodbye.
Goodbye.